Right, so my guest this morning, we did not give any guests since we're talking about road safety advocacy. My guest is from the Federal Road Safety Command in Lagos, precisely the number one official from that particular sector in Lagos. I'm talking about Olusegun Ogungbemide, Sector Commander FRSC Lagos. Nice to have you join us. Good morning, sir.
It's a pleasure, sir. Good morning.
Great. And it's been, you've been around for quite a while now, so let me say thank you so much for holding on. But it's been a while since we had you on this program. So what's been happening to FRSC ever since you came on this program?
So many things have been happening. We've had our low and high moments. And we're happy we are back on our feet.
Right.
We are at the peak of end-of-year patrol activities now, and we are trying to manage the corridor so that we can have minimal road traffic crash.
Which is good. All right, so we're in the festive season right now and precisely rounding off the year 2020. So what are your plans for road safety during this season?
It's a plan we started right from January. We didn't wait till we got to the Ember month before we started getting something done. We prepared the ground with a lot of advocacy right from January because we were already anticipating that there will be upsurge.
Okay.
It's a tradition from Ember month and the peak of it during December, which has actually played out again. So rather than waiting till the last day or last minute, we started sensitizing members of the public on a good driving culture.
All right.
And so far, so good. It's been good news all the way.
And the strategies that you deploy for this, what does it entail?
Well, we started with public enlightenment. You know, the theme for this year's program is drive safe and stay safe.
Okay.
That's combining good driving culture with respect for COVID-19 protocol.
All right.
So, you know, the sector is a very dynamic one. And they wouldn't want to use that sector to spread infection. That's why FRS is so particular about it. So we've been to so many parks where we sensitize them on the need for them to respect that protocol while going about their movement. And the social distance, the use of water and soap and sanitizer, and the face mask, which we, FRSC, happen to be the forefront of the battle. And apart from that, we also put up our enforcement garment because we believe, irrespective of the sensitization we are doing, if there's no enforcement, the bite will not be there.
That's true.
To send signal to people that will mean business. We've had series of special patrol. We are in Operation Zero now, where we are targeting zero crash, and it's been playing out well. Our men are well deployed.
Okay.
We have more than 1,200 men, that's the regulars, deployed all over Lagos State, and we will have about 2,000 special marshals supporting all the way in traffic management from their various points.
So let me ask you, during the Christmas holiday, how did it play out, especially on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, since you said you are doing Operation Zero right now?
I think compared to the recent time, this is one of the best we've ever had. Yes, because I was able to move through that corridor right from 23rd. You know, movement started right from 23rd. And unlike previous years, we put up a strategy this time around in giving priority to the comfort of our people.
Okay.
Not about the interests of the contractors. So we pleaded with the contractors that from this particular period, please let us remove all the barriers on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Suspend your activities and let the people have smooth drive from Lagos to Ibadan. And it was accepted, and that's what really played out, where we had that smooth ride.
Right. And it has remained like that up till now.
Yes, but the little one we have that could be, we know at Arepo, there's a diversion because the others, the inward Lagos is totally out of use.
Right.
And when you get that to that point, there's a little choke up, and our men are on ground to assist. And tending towards a mountain of fire, there's a diversion too that started from 28 yesterday.
That's right, from 6 p.m. all through 5 a.m.
Yes, it's going to take about 4 days because they are trying to place their beams on the columns there for the normal U-turn in future.
All right. Okay, then. So, and in all of these, how would you rate the motoring public in terms of adhering to some of your guidelines for this period? How would you rate it?
Well, as regards COVID-19 protocols, I think it's a big battle. because immediately after the NSAS, all cautions have been thrown to the winds, and it's quite unfortunate. The social distance, the use of face masks, the sitting arrangement reduction by 50%. It's been a very big burden keeping them to adhere to it, but we are still on it. And as regards the driving culture,
right?
This agitation and impatience, and lack of respect for the traffic management enforcers, agencies, is a major problem. But with the determination of our operatives, I think we're on top of the game.
And there's one aspect that I would not fail to ask you, and that is the recurring incidents of articulated vehicles breaking down on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, precisely by Kara Bridge. We usually record that. How is FRC handling that? What are the things that you are doing to ensure that we do not have recurrence of these kind of accidents?
The crashes within or along the corridor has reduced significantly compared to those that happen or within the metropolis. Because virtually every day you see these trucks either falling or getting involved in one crash or the other within the metropolis.
Right.
And I've come to realize that most of the bad trucks are operating within. While the better ones are the ones that cross from state to state. That's why we have the bulk of crashes happening within the metropolis. As regards the Kara, what we did initially when I came, there were crashes occurring at Kara, and I had, with the support of my team, we had a kind of investigation on the reason why we're having these crashes. And we realized that coming from Bega, the road happened to be very smooth, and they always come with that speed. But getting to Kara, they get confronted with rough edge, which, pressing their brake because of the load they are carrying, they find it difficult to control that speed. Then the vehicle coming behind runs into them. So I pleaded with Julius Berger, if they don't have any need to press their brake, let there be a smooth ride from Kara towards the Long Bridge, which is a level ground. And that was what we did, and that's what really, to some extent,
has helped.
Because I don't see anything apart from the vehicle having problem. There's no significant reason why crashes should be happening at Otedola to Kara.
Okay, then, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, road safety advocacy. The driver's license perspective is our focus this morning, and guesting is Mr. Olusegun Ogungbemide, is the sector commander FRC Lagos. Okay, then, so let's now narrow things down to concentrate on driver's license and road safety advocacy. Now, the week preceding Christmas saw the issue of this national identity number gets to the front burner of our national discourse. And that was when the federal government actually issued an ultimatum on SIM card registration with the NIN. All right. And your agency followed suit by stressing that driver's licenses will no longer be processed without the national identity number. So that exercise was supposed to kick off on the 21st of December. So how is that exercise going, Mr. Ogungbemide?
It's a marching order. We cannot compromise that directive. So the exercise commenced, and it's been quite smooth, and I think we don't have problem
with that at all. All right, so for clear understanding, why is the FRC tying the driver's license processes to the national identity card number?
I think that's the best thing that has ever happened to this nation, where all issues of data and is being harmonized and placed under a central database being managed by NIMC. Because in the past, you see someone expressing identification in 5 different places. Someone will claim to be 20 years in one particular one and 25 in another, or use another name somewhere. So we couldn't really harmonize what people are actually putting forward as regards their identification. And it was actually affecting the security architecture of the nation. And I want to believe that's why the federal government took that decision and said, let everything be centralized. Let's all tap from one source so that it's easier to attend to issues of criminality. And that's why FRSA had no choice than to key into it.
So what does this mean for someone who's listening to you right now, a driver whose license has expired today? What does this mean for him?
Well, it's a seamless one. When your driver's is expired and you approach the portal, the space for the identification number is there, and without you putting that identification number, you cannot access your driver's license. So the implication is that you have to go and get the number before you can approach FRSC for driver's license.
Okay, and that could be a bit difficult for someone whose license expires today and he doesn't have the number. What's the next thing? How would you guys, do you have any kind of arrangement with NIMC, for instance, that's the National Identity Management Commission, for these numbers to be gotten seamlessly?
The arrangement we have necessary is to make the database available for us to these things synchronized already.
Okay.
So the arrangement the applicant we have is to go and meet NIMC and get his number. So the way you want to approach us to get your driver's license, go and approach them. It's like a prerequisite.
Okay.
To get in. It's like JAMB being written for you to get into the university. So I don't need to approach JAMB on your behalf. As an applicant, approach JAMB, get your scores, and bring them to the university for us to admit you. That's
So
just it's as simple.
That's the way it is right now.
Yes.
All right, let's talk a bit about the driver's license procedure for issuance of licenses. So what are the processes that are involved?
Well, it's a tripartite
arrangement
approach.
Okay.
But even before we enter into the tripartite process, you are expected, because we are trying to make the regime robust and have an international standard, and to achieve the vision of getting a good driving environment, for safe driving environment for Nigeria. So we take it from the basis, that's getting driving schools up to standard. And that's why we said you must go to a driving school first, where you are going to be tutored for 26 days, lecture syllabus. And without you going through that 26 days, you cannot get the code that you use in assessing the portal for your driver's license.
You mean it?
Yes, it's not possible.
So it's compulsory now that you must go to a driving school.
You must go to a driving school.
What about those that are allowing their mechanics to train them and they want to get a license?
If your driver, if your mechanic has a driving school, because even if you allow the best of all professors in driving to train you, and it's not having a certified driving school that is recognized by law, you can't get that code to access the portal. So it's until you get that code, because after the 26 days, your certificate will be generated with the code. And it's the code on the certificate that we'll use in assessing the portal for your driver's license.
Are you saying now that this code cannot be gotten in proxy?
It's not possible.
Not at all?
It's not possible. Everything is already programmed, it's automated. So when you now access the portal with it, then you fill your form, you take the form to VIS for proficiency tests. It's VIS that confirm whether you are qualified or you are fit to drive on Nigerian roads. You know the rules and regulations, you know the traffic codes and what have you, before you are now asked to go to NVA for payment. And it's after the payment that you come to FRSC for capturing.
All right, then. So it's a tripartite arrangement, you said. So after capturing, where do I pick up the license once it's ready?
The moment you capture your temporary driver's license is gotten immediately from FRSC office. And for your original driver's license, the permanent one, you access your NVA, who is the custodian of that. Of the
license itself.
Yes.
All right. So what are the requirements? So can my 16-year-old boy, can he get a driver's license?
If I catch him, the system will not even permit that unless he lies about his age.
So what's the required age?
If you are not, he's 18 years old.
Okay. For driving?
For driving.
One has to be 18.
Sure.
Not 2 months to 18.
No, it has to be 18 years.
Okay, then. Lagos Traffic Radio, 96.1 FM. We're talking about driver's license processes and looking at it from road safety advocacy. And my guest is the Sector Commander, FRSC Lagos. And we're really having an insight into this. I will allow you to join the conversation very, very shortly. But before then, let's talk a bit more, because we know that there are some technicalities that are involved in this driver's license process. Some have always had issues that are connected with this. And even on this, sometime in the past, we've had some people that have reached out to us to say their dates of birth wrongly, identified on their driver's licenses, and they've been trying to correct that. So if there's an error in my driver's license, how do I correct it?
If you have errors in your driver's license, that's why we always plead with the applicants to be very meticulous in filling the form, because the process is not, when you are trying to make the best of the regime, you also try to put in place where people cannot easily alter the system. So it's not a very simple process in getting all these things corrected, so that it's still part of the check and balances that we put in place. So when you get all these first noticed, we have to communicate the headquarters, who happen to be the custodian of the database, for the appropriate thing to be done. It could take some time. It's a technical one. It's not manual.
All right.
So that's why we'll continue to plead that be meticulous in the filling of the form, and please avoid making mistakes. And if the mistakes is from our own operatives too, we take liability for that, responsibility for that, and we also do what is appropriate.
How many years does the driver's license last?
It depends on the one you're applying for. We have the one for 3 years, and we have the second one for 5 years.
And how much is it to process a license?
Yes, for driver's license procurement is for 3 years is 6,350. That's minus your engagement with that's the state. While for 5 years is 10,450.
Okay. All right, then we're going to hear from people right now. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. You can connect with us on the program as we talk about the driver's license process, especially now that it's even anchored on your ability to get your national identity number. But for adventure, there are other issues that relate to driver's license that you want clearance. Of course, the sector commander is here to respond to some of your concerns. And you can do that on 0809 912 0777. Okay, 0809 120 777. That's the numbers that you can connect with us on the program this morning. Let's hear from you. Hello there.
Yeah, good morning, Victor.
Good morning.
Comrade Daniel on the line.
Oh, Comrade Daniel, compliment of the season.
Same to you, Victor.
And how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great.
Okay, so where's your location?
Yeah, currently I'm home all day.
Yeah, where?
Home.
Home, okay.
Home.
So that's somewhere around...
Idimu.
All right, good. So talk to me. I have the sector commander here.
Yeah, sector commander, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. I just want to take you back on the Badon Expressway. I think I spent my holiday somewhere in Mawede on 24th, 25th, and I came back back to Lagos.
Okay.
I can just correct what you had just said. That road was totally free. From Creek Lock, the usual Creek Lock. Yes.
Good.
Both sides.
Thank you.
I wish you would continue like that form, but I know you'll take out all the days.
Right.
That was the plan we put in
nice
place.
Work there.
That was the plan we put in place. Thank you for that.
Yes, I love the sector commander initiatives and ways of handling issues on the express in that end.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Because there's no doubt that that particular spot is talking about that Cara Bridge. I think I drove through that place. In the past, it was wobbly, but there's little part which was not smooth. And that's because of the ghastly accident that truck drivers and that cyclist. Yes, that's what I've observed and so on.
That's
so
good.
Thanks for that initiative. That's wonderful work. I think you are able to advise if everybody in government sectors could continue to contribute their effort and keep on blaming government on issues of that. I think this will work out well.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right. No issues with your driver's license?
I have my driver's license existing. The fact is that the NIMS number that needs to be linked up with the driver's license, I presume is not going to be an issue.
Okay.
The fact I have my NIMS number and I have the plastic card. Unfortunately, that plastic card, when I registered 2015, I got it 2 years after. It was expired. There's an expiring date. I don't know why it should be so. But now the number is permanent, but the plastic card is not expired. So I don't know whether to have issues with them, because whether I'll go back queuing up and struggling to get another card, or I just kind of attach myself to the NIMS number, which is permanent. I discovered it so, and so on. I think the authorities should look into that. They don't ought to have made that original, which is the plastic, just like an ATM card, to expire. It expires October this year. So I don't know if it will affect my registration of when I want to renew sometime next year.
Okay.
Driver's license.
All right, then.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Comrade Daniel, very first caller. And of course, he's talking about the original plastic card. All right, I hope, like you said, even though it has expired, it won't affect him. 08099120777. We're talking driver's license processes this morning. What's your take? And of course, as it relates to the new position of having the NIM. Talk to me. Hello there. Hello. Okay, guess we lost that. 08099120777. That's the numbers that you can connect with us. All right, so would that be an issue for him, for instance, making reference to the plastic card? Do you think that would be an issue by the time he goes?
The information available to us so far talks about the number, not
the card.
The card, yes.
Okay, so once he has the number,
he'll be able to access the portal.
Okay, so that shouldn't be a problem at all for anyone who is trying to renew his driver's license. Okay, then. So that sounds pretty well. Hello there. Good morning.
Hello.
All right. What's your name?
My name is Prince Akintoye.
Prince Akintoye. Where are you calling from?
From Ikorodu.
Please turn down the volume of your radio.
Yeah, well, we have done that.
Go ahead.
Sorry, sir. I have an issue, and the issue is that about 4 months ago, I lost my driving license, in which I went to the office and I did a renewal, which it cost me 13,500.
Okay.
And successfully after a month, I was able to get the new renewal. And unfortunately, last month during that search, I was attacked at Ikechi. And the one the issue, which is for another 5 years, got missing again, stolen by the people that attacked me. And where I'm wondering is, am I need to put in for a renewal again, or I need to go and complain whether if there's anything I can do in that respect?
All right. Let the sector commander just approach that directly, okay?
Okay, sir.
Do you have the number of the stolen?
Yeah. I have a photocopy of the number.
Okay.
I did a photocopy.
Okay,
yeah.
Good one. You have to get back to the place you got the former one. That's the center.
Okay,
just go there, but it will be at your own cost. The government will not pay for you because it's not the making of the government, so it will be at your own cost. So it's not going to be renewal. It's not going to be renewal. They will just go there, identify with the photocopy that you have.
So they will reissue you another license.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Great.
Yeah, God bless you.
All right, so that would be a reissue, right? Not a renewal.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. So it happens. Because I'm just about to ask now, how many times can I renew?
Can you renew?
Yes.
As long as it expires, you continue to renew.
Okay, but if I get it lost, just like the last caller now, if it keeps getting lost,
you continue to
reissue. Okay.
It's at your own expense.
Okay. All right, then 08099120777. Numbers to connect with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. What's your name?
My name is Ayo, calling from Ogba.
Compliment of the season to you, Ayo. You're not sounding very pleasant this morning. What's going on?
I'm very good.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Please, I think as the sector commander, as I said, this is the best thing that has ever happened in Nigeria, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
Before, we are just doing something without any foundation. Most of the billions we have spent is just a waste without having data. Now, having said that, I want to ask the sector commander, with the national identification number,
do I still need to do capturing with them? Because as for me, I think they should pull all my information, everything that I need from the national identification number. Why should I have to do a data capturing with them? Thank you.
Okay. All right. So, like I said, would you still need data capturing?
Well, you still have to capture. What is not going to take place is getting the biometrics again, because we are going to infuse that one from the names database.
Okay.
But for the capturing, you will still have to get it done at the FRSC driver's license center.
Okay.
That is how it is for now.
All right. And would that, and adding to that as well, would that will make it easier for your licenses to be posted to you, so that we do not have all this backlog that we usually have at the collection centers? Won't it be easier?
But as regards the backlog at collection centers, is still the fault of the applicants, because we do call them on regular basis as it comes. We have the contact number. At the point we are now, the moment we receive the consignment of the driver's license and forward it to NVA, they contact the applicants directly through the phone number.
Right.
But most time they don't come around to pick them. That's why we have this backlog. And when they see enforcement coming up, because many of them, they feel more comfortable driving with the expired driver's license because there's no enforcement. But the moment the enforcement starts, that's why the two has to go together.
Okay.
The moment the enforcement starts, you see them coming around to pick this driver's license. You just have to create the time.
All right, then 08099120777. Still talking driver's licenses on the program this morning. Hello there.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Taiwo Bamisoro
Where are you calling from?
from Lagos.
Lagos. All right, Taiwo Bamisoro, go ahead.
All right, I want to ask a few questions about this driver license.
Yeah.
And the question is this. Who are those people that qualify for 5 years license, and who are those people that qualify for 3 years license? Because I heard that people qualifying for 5 years are those people that have 3 years already. I want to renew.
Are those people that what?
I want to renew their 3 years.
Okay.
And then my question is this. I wanted to process my driver license, but the officer told me I'm not yet qualified
for 5 years. And you have to do 3 years.
First.
Okay.
Is that true?
Okay.
It's not true. You are free to transform from 3 years to 5 years as you so wish, and you are also free to transform to return back to 3 years from 5 years.
Yeah, but he's saying for the first time. He's processing for the first time.
For the first time, you can assess any number of years.
So I can also get 5 years after going through the required mandatory
test and proficiency. You are confirmed to have been passed.
Okay.
Through the proficiency test.
So you can do 5 years.
Yes.
All right. So it's not to say that for your first attempt you have to do 3 years. That's what he's trying to say. Perhaps the official that advised him was telling him he has to do 3 years for his first attempt. But in the issues of touting, because we still know that the issues of driver's license is still, we still have that as a challenge for the driver's license process. I mean, you heard the guy that says he processed his own with 13,000 naira instead of the 10,000 or is it 6,000 as the case may be. So what are you guys doing about touting?
As regards the issue of touting, I don't know where this one is actually coming from, because the only interaction I have with whoever that is applying for driver's license is at the point of capturing. He doesn't pay his money to FRSC. He pays to government coffers, and after payment, he has documents to confirm that he has paid, which is brought to FRSC for capturing. So when you get to an establishment, go to the right place. Like someone coming to my office and telling me he met somebody in Mufti under the tree. My office is not under the tree. I have a structure. I'm the one heading the place. If you want to clarify any information, ask of the sector commander. Or if you see any staff, ask of the person, the process owner. Let them direct you. Even if you see a road safety officer in uniform, it's not the process owner. Tell him what you want. There's every tendency for you to get confused because you see someone in uniform does not mean he can attend to your problem. When you get to the establishment, tell them you want to get to driver's license center. Don't start negotiating with an individual. It's an office.
All right, then. 080-99120-777. Let's get more feeds from you on the program. Hello there.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm fine. My name is Maiwa.
Maiwa, where are you calling from?
Lagos.
Go ahead, then.
Okay, I want the FRSC official to throw more light on this mistake on date of birth.
Okay.
Because I have my driver's license and I actually filled the form correctly, but they made a mistake when it had to do with my month.
Okay.
They mixed up the month, and since then I've been using it like that. But now that I have to link it up with my NIN, so I think I wanted to throw more light on how to go about it so I can get it corrected.
Okay. All right. Just listen up then. Thank you, Maiwa.
That's one of the advantage of NIN now, because we don't need to even ask you to fill any form as regards your information, because whatever information you fill with NIN is what is transformed into the application for your driver's license. But for this one that has made the mistake, he's been comfortable with it. You see the advantage of NIN. So he's been having two different date of birth. One with FRSC, another one with NIN.
Right.
NMC. So now that is harmonized, it's easier for us. So for this mistake that has been done now, it has to apply, because we would rather suggest that it should go to NIN. It depends on the one he wants. If the one with NIN is what he wants, it's easier for him now at this point of renewal. We just lift the information from NIN to FRSC.
Okay, so you can help her out. That's what it means.
No, it's automatic now. That's the stage we are now, because the information that is required now is from NIN.
Right, so as she is now, Maiwa, if she comes to your office today to complain again, to say, well, you guys made this mistake on my license, and I want to correct it. So what you just do is what now? Just check through your data?
If it's now, you have to apply. You have to apply for the necessary correction to be done. But if it's just at the point of renewal, it's just meeting up with NIN information and lifting it to FRSC.
Okay, so assuming she still has 2 years to go on the license.
That's what I'm saying.
She has to apply.
Yes, for the necessary correction to be done.
Okay, Maiwa, I hope you got that, and I hope you can still go with that kind of information. But if you're about to renew, then you do not need to do that. Just go to the FRSC office, and they will check the database of NIN, and then they'll be able to get your official date of birth. Okay, then. Let's see if we can still provide more solutions as it relates to this on the program this morning on Road Safety Advocacy, the driver's license perspective. Share your thoughts with us. Good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Victor.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Busayo on the line.
Busayo, how are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
Very good,
Compliments
too.
of the season.
Same to you. Where are you calling from?
Calling from Abulegba.
Abulegba, all right, then go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, Second Commander.
Good morning, Mr.
Yeah,
Busayo.
please, I would like to ask two questions. First one, now that we have name, are we going to replace it with the driver's license number for fresh applicants?
Okay.
Or are they going to be using the numbers from the FRSC? That's one. Then two, concerning the driving schools, what's the days they are supposed to use to train the new people that are coming to apply?
What do you mean by that?
The days, required days.
The basics.
For them to train, the people that want to collect license or driving.
Is it bills or biz?
No, days.
Days, number of days.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I heard you say 26 days.
Mm-hmm.
Because most of the schools around, at least those in the bed that I took my boy to, they were telling 10 to 14 days.
Okay. All right.
And an hour per day.
And how?
An hour. 1 hour per day.
Okay. All right.
So let's throw more light on this. Thank you.
Then very good, Busayo. Thank you so much for that one. And I think you need to really shed light on this, Sector Commander, because a lot of times we do have that kind of question.
Okay, the first one, as regards the
Yes, he was talking about that's the driver's license. Will the
driver's
NIM
license number, the NIN number. The driver's license number has nothing to do with the NIN number. The NIN number is our national identity number to assess the driver's license. And at the end of the day, a driver's license number is going to be generated for you independent of the NIN number. So it's not the number that will reflect in your driver's license. It's just for you to assess the driver's license process.
All right, and to synchronize data.
Yes, so that one is for that. And as regards the driving school, we say 26 lecture days, which most times is 26 working days, where you have your lectures. Every school has the syllabus are there, standardized, but you are expected to operate under that syllabus for 26 working days. And it's after that you can generate your certificate.
All right.
So you agree with me that what we are trying to do is to standardize driving schools so that we can have uniformity as regards the production or the kind of products they can give out in terms of good driving culture. That is the essence of all this effort we are putting in place, because we realize that it has to be, the rudiments of training has to be from the school. When they get it right from driving school, it will reflect in what we have as good driving culture on Nigerian roads. That's why we're so particular and serious about that.
All right. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. A brief break. When we return, we'll be hitting the home stretch of the program this morning.
If you ask me what a team of heroes look like, I'd say people committed to creating a clean and beautiful state. After all, what's there to love about living in a dirty and harmful environment? That's why at Loma, we built an exceptional team with people like the fearless Benga who picks up waste from your house and streets, the swift Musa who navigates all waste to the landfills, Iya Dupe, the super cleaner who saves our roads from litters, and of course, our magical recycler, Atinuke, who converts waste to wealth. Everyone at Loma is committed to keeping Lagos clean in every way for a safer and healthier Lagos. Loma, a league of heroes. Keep Lagos clean.
Hey! Make you no sleep on top bicycle. This better don't tie rapper. For those of you who never use an MTN SIM for over 15 days now, MTN don't charge. Come increase your welcome back of our woof to 12 times your recharge when you load 100 naira and above. Yes, so no be 1, no be 2, no be 3, no be 4, no be even 10 sef. Now 12 times your recharge, then go take credit and data knock your phone. This one means if you recharge 100 naira, MTN go summer you with 900 naira credit plus 300 naira data bonus. If you call recharge 200 naira, now 1,800 naira credit go drop for your phone plus 600 naira data bonus. Just make sure so you use *161 recharge pin hash take recharge and enjoy your bonus for up to 30 days. This one don't pass welcome back. MTN can add short banker second term on top self. Hey, where that my MTN SIM? Make me self begin follow enjoy better too.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Road safety advocacy, driver's license perspective is our focus, and the sector commander FRSC Lagos, Olusegun Ogungbemide, is taking us to the classroom this morning. Most of you are asking questions. Let's see if we can just sneak in one last call before we wrap up things on the program this morning. Hello there.
Yeah, good morning, Victor.
Good morning. Quickly.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. I listen to you when you are asking a question. You say this thing cannot be done on premises. And I want to say to you that I hope your men are listening. Because we are just a volunteer to do this, and we go to have it and give you. If we cannot go to do it, we talk it out that you have done well. How about that? Is it deal?
Come again. What's the question?
What is that? This driver license cannot be done on proxy.
Okay.
Yes.
If you're able to do it, volunteer to do it, can we dig it and present it to you?
That you got it done by proxy?
Yes.
Please.
Volunteer accept to do it. Can we get it to your office and give it to you?
Yes.
That you got your driver's license by proxy?
Yes.
Please go ahead. I'll be very happy to receive that.
We volunteer accept to do this. That's why I think your men hope they are listening to you very well right now.
That's the same thing we are saying. If you come with your driver's license by proxy, I can assure you that you are presenting a fake driver's license. That's excuse me, that's if it's not bypass.
Okay.
If it's not bypass, because the bypass, when you assess the portal, it will ask you if you want to capture or you want it by bypass.
Okay. All right.
So let's get that one clear. So if you want to, if you want to get it by proxy, and if it's not bypass, then let me. I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to face that.
All right.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. There.
All right. So let's begin to take this home because of time constraints. What's your message to our people as it relates to the driver's license process and how it can be much more efficient? What's your message this morning?
The message is very simple. We should all drop these ideas of big manism. Let us assess the process as put in place by government. Let us create time to do what is right so that we don't get scammed by those that are looking for money.
Right.
If you get your driver's license by paying 25,000 naira, 20,000 naira, 15,000 is by virtue of your choice. Okay. Create time to do what is right and get it done.
All right, and that's a suitable point for us to round off this conversation. Olusegun Ogungbemide, nice having you in the building. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
It's a pleasure.
All right, I've been speaking with the Sector Commander FRSC Lagos, and we've been doing some levels of advocacy, taking you to the classroom on how the driver's license process, how it works right here in Lagos. Maximum thanks to Korede Bamishile, who has produced the program this morning, Kawede Mafolashiri, and of course, Philip Akiwara, not forgetting Mubosola Kasali of the social media team, helping to straighten out things, and then you can connect with us on our social media platforms. Maximum thanks to our executive producer Tayo Akonle, and how can we forget BC Shonisi, Sector Public Education Officer, who's been working behind the scene for this program to come on stream. Nice to have you, and we say thank you all the time. All right.